Hey everybody, it's Greg and it's another edition of Unbreakables, the podcast. Listen, it is Monday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. Some April showers. The great Al Jolson. I don't even remember it. It's April showers. La, 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 la. And we need that song here in Pennsylvania today because it's raining. When is it not raining here in Pennsylvania? Huh? That's what I'd like to know. It's supposed to be a crappy rainy day and a crappy rainy week. Ah, what a crappy way to start the month of April. But I'm glad it's April, one of my favorite months of the year. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I hope everybody had a great Easter. I did. It was a lot of fun. It was a very blessed Easter. And I'll tell you what, I got an Easter basket this year. Let me show you a little bit what I mean. I know some people might say, that's pathetic. You're this old guy, you get an Easter guy. Well, I don't call it pathetic. I call it good. Look, strawberry Easter bunny. Strawberry. Can you believe that? Strawberry. Yeah, there's white chocolate, there's dark chocolate, there's milk chocolate. Strawberry. Mm-mm-mm. Good eating. Yeah. Look. Jelly beans, of course. There it is. A white chocolate crust. There you go. It's not Easter without this. All right. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff. So much for the freaking diet. Huh? Now, you know what I always tell myself? There's our friend Bud. Bud, how are you? Happy Easter, my friend. That's my sidekick. That is the man right there laying there, comatose. He's the one who puts the show together, writes it, produces it, directs it, does the lighting, everything. He's the Ed McMahon of podcasts. Anyway, uh, speaking of pathetic, I got to talk about Donald Trump again, of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's out there grifted and drifted in the Bible. And it's I want to make the Bible accessible to everybody. Well, that's great. Well, if you want to make it accessible to everybody, give it away for free. Why are you charging $60 for the Bible, right? If you really want to make it accessible to everybody, give a copy away for free. You're a billionaire. You just made billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars on this Truth Social stock. But in 6 months, when he's able to cash out, it won't be worth crap. Mark my word. Anyway, and they did you see that? They did a video showing Trump. Of course, he didn't go to church yesterday, but supposedly saying the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, and they showed him, and he was there, but with his eyes closed, rocking back and forth, and he's bubbling, but he's not saying a word. The guy doesn't know. This is a guy who claims he's the chosen one. He's the one he's Jesus again, the second coming. And he doesn't know how to say the Lord's Prayer. He's like, I pledge allegiance to the. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Yesterday, every March 31st is Transgender Day. Now, whatever you think of it, that's everyone's personal opinion. Okay. But every March 31st, it was proclaimed that it's Transgender Day. Now, the GOP, the Republicans are saying, oh, Biden declared it this day. How dare he? Like on Easter Sunday. How dare he? Well, he did it. He did it. We've been celebrating, at least some of us have been celebrating Transgender Day every March 31st since 2009. Barack Obama proclaimed it Transgender Day, not Joe Biden. And in fact, Transgender Day has been every March 31st, even when Donald Trump was president. So they got that wrong. They got that wrong. They lied again that Joe Biden, anything they could think of to blame President Biden. Now they're like this bridge collapse, this tragic bridge collapse in Baltimore. And, they're still cleaning up down there. And, it's what a sad event. Yet the GOP are saying it's Biden's fault because the migrants were on the bridge. And if he didn't have open borders, the migrants wouldn't be here. And then they would have died. The migrants were on the bridge because that was their job. They were filling potholes at 2 a.m. And, thank God for people who are willing to do that on a bridge at 2 a.m. It's chilly. It's nighttime. They're on the bridge and they're filling potholes. That's their freaking job. That's their job. And it just so happened, hi, bud, bye, bud, bye. They were taking a nap. Bye, bud. They were taking a little break in the truck when the bridge collapsed, and they fell to the death. And it's a sad thing. You shouldn't try to make political hay off of a tragedy. Oh my God. It's awful. So now, everything's Joe Biden's fault. The weather, it's raining outside. It's Biden's fault. There was an earthquake somewhere in the world. It's Biden's fault. Oh my God, I can't see. Let's talk about something more pleasant, okay? Baseball. Even though I got my Eagles gear on today, I just felt like wearing something eagle-y today. How about those Phillies, huh? Came back yesterday, did not get swept at home by the evil Atlanta Braves. Phillies won. So they, won 1 out of 3. Hey, it's early this season. Come on. Atlanta had that series circled on their calendar for a long time because they wanted some revenge after getting beaten again in playoffs last year by the Phillies. So you kind of had to figure Atlanta was going to win that series because they were really pointing to it. So, Phillies come back tonight. They play Cincinnati if weather permitting. Cincinnati comes in. Good young team. In fact, let's talk about the first weekend of baseball in general. All right, National League East. We've got Atlanta on top. 2 wins, 1 loss. Phillies are right behind, 1 and 2. And the rest of the division sucks. I mean, you've got Washington is 1 and 3. They only won 1 game in Cincinnati. And then the Mets, how pathetic are they, huh? Oh, I'm happy to see it. Isn't it interesting? The Yankees swept the Astros in Houston 4 straight games. Hard to do. The Yankees are 4-0. And the other New York team, the Mets are 0-3. Pathetic. And the thing about the Mets is they got dominated by the Milwaukee Brewers. Not only were they dominated, they were intimidated. Rhys Hoskins, they had this big thing on Friday where Rhys Hoskins slid into second base, and poor Jeff McNeil, the little baby, he got his feelings hurt, and so they started fighting. And poor Jeff McNeil. And then Saturday, Rhys Hoskins does more damage. RBI single, home run, 2-run homer. Late in the game, this stupid Mets pitcher throws behind Rhys Hoskins. Even the Mets announcers, this is how pathetic they are. Even the Mets announcers said, wow, that came too late. That should have happened right when the game started, when Hoskins was up to bat early in the game. 2 hours late. Even the road announcers are criticizing this team. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. And I'm happy to see it. How about those Pittsburgh Pirates? Oh, raised the Jolly Roger on team. Took 4 straight down in Miami. Miami's 0-4. They got off to a 5-0 lead to the Marlins. Pittsburgh came back just to win the game. Pirates are, they did this last year, if you remember correctly. The Pirates got off to a fast start in April. Everything seemed to stop because they're really, really terrific shortstop. Broke his ankle sliding in the home plate, if you remember that. That stopped everything the Pirates started building. With the Pirate team this year, they have a hell of a bullpen. God, they have this. You remember Chapman, left-handed pitcher, used to pitch for the Yankees and the Reds. He's the closer, and Bednar. They still have David Bednar, who made the All-Star team. He's in the bullpen. I think you got to really watch out for our cross-state rival, Pittsburgh. I think they're actually going to have a good team. They have a nice mix of veterans. Andrew McCutcheon was on that team, and the kids. And they have this Paul Skeens, right-handed pitcher, #1 overall draft pick, waiting in the wings in AAA, ready to come up. He is a generation pitcher. Compared to him with Steven Strasburg as far as the quality pitcher. So look out for those Buckeyes, huh? With 4-0, and now they play down in Washington against the putrid Nationals. Weather permitting. National League Central, the Reds, like I said, they've got off to a good start. The Brewers are 3-0 after folding the Mets. They just dominant. And St. Louis 1-3, and the Cubs 2 good. NL West, as you might imagine, the Dodgers are off to a fast start. But so are the Diamondbacks and the Giants and the Padres. They're all up there. The Rockies, not so much. But I think certainly you have to say the Dodgers are the favorite in that division. But with all this Ohtani stuff going on, this gambling and stuff, I just think it's going to hang over this team for a long time. And even though the Dodgers have the best talent, and they should still win the division, a lot of the teams in the West got better. The Diamondbacks made it to the World Series, but they got better. The Giants certainly got better. They have Blake Snell and Matt Chapman on the team. And the Padres are still there with Machado, Tatis, now Dylan Cease in the rotation. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for the Dodgers. AL East. Interesting. Baltimore 2-1, as you would figure. Yankees 4-0. A little bit of a surprise. I never thought they would take 4 in a row down in Houston. Toronto, Boston actually split their 4-game series out in Seattle and Tampa Bay. That's going to be, I think it's going to be a very interesting division. In the end, I think Baltimore is going to win that division again, but very interesting now. AL Central, the Twins are undefeated, took 3 in a row. The Guardians lost 1 out in Oakland. And the Tigers are 3-0. How about those Tigers, huh? And as you could suspect, the White Sox and the Royals are breaking up the rear. We're still looking to win their first games. AL West, as I said, what a surprise. The Astros lose 4 in a row at home. They lost every home game in the world. Do you remember that? In the AL Championship Series, when they played the rival Texas Rangers, they lost every home game. And so they continue their losing ways at home. And the team I picked to win the AL West, Seattle Mariners. They split their series with Boston, okay? Texas, Oakland, of course, got off to a slow start, as we suspected, as did the Angels, who took 1 out of 3 in Baltimore. So that's the Major League wrap-up. So, we just started, okay? Most of these teams have only played 3 or 4 games. Now this week, we'll get a better, Mike Schmidt, my old friend Mike Schmidt, used to say, can't evaluate the team 20 games. Give them 20 games, and let's see where we are. By 20 games, we're probably toward the end of April-ish. Let's see what we have. 20 games kind of gives you an indication, a good indication of where we are. And then you take the season in blocks of 20, 20, 20, 20. And that's how you kind of evaluate the season. So let's see how it plays out the next couple of weeks, But it certainly looks like, as we kind of thought, Phillies, Braves in the East, surprising Pittsburgh in the Central, Dodgers, Baltimore, Minnesota, Seattle, Texas. So it's going to be, baseball is going to be very interesting this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I think that's about it today. We talked politics, and we talked baseball, and we talked my Easter basket. And so we'll be back tomorrow. Hey, I got to tell you, I got a really good show picked out for Wednesday. Wednesday is our classic TV day. We've been doing this for maybe 3 months now. We've done the Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, Brady Bunch, All the Family. Last week we did Lost in Space, and it was one of our best viewed episodes ever. I'm really glad that there are a lot of Lost in Space fans out there still, as I am. I loved Lost in Space. It was a fun show to watch, even when they had that talking carrot as a villain, as a monster. Yeah, a talking carrot. But it was a fun show. It was a fun show to watch. So this week, we have another classic TV show that I'm getting ready to talk about on Wednesday. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. Oh my God. I know you love this show, and I know that it'll bring back a lot of memories. And that's why we do it every week. Bring back a lot of memories, talking about some trivia, some things you may not know about the shows. And maybe it'll prompt you to find this show again somewhere on TV or on YouTube and watch it again, right? In fact, I got to tell you before I go, I was thinking of the Real McCoys. Do you remember the Real McCoys with Walter Brennan as Amos McCoy, Grandpa? Oh, man, this show goes back to the late 50s, early 60s. It actually ran 6 years. And I hadn't seen this show since I was a kid. Oh, God, but I remember we used to watch the show with my dad, and we used to bust up laughing. I was only like, 5, 6, 7 years old. I remember laughing so hard at this show. It was so funny. So what I did was, because you really can't find it anywhere around anymore, it's so old, I tracked it down on YouTube, my favorite channel, YouTube. And I found it and started watching some of the episodes. And they're still really funny. And Walter Brennan as Grandpa McCoy is a trip. You gotta find this show. You gotta go to YouTube. You gotta find the real McCoys and watch a few episodes. I mean, like a half an hour, 22 minutes, But it's about this family from West Virginia just packs up and heads to California because Grandpa's brother died and left him his house, his estate. Well, when they get to California, they find out it's a broken down shack. But they're not going back to West Virginia. They decide to stay there and live there and fix up the place. And that's about the adventures. It's before the Beverly Hillbillies, but it's sort of Beverly Hillbilly-ish with the grandpa and the nephew Luke and little Luke, his brother, and his young wife and his sister, and they meet all these different characters around the farm, and I think it's still fun. You gotta check it out. The Real McCoys, Walter Brennan, what a great character actor that guy is, huh? All right, so check out the Real McCoys today. Go Phillies tonight if they play. I think they will, because I think tonight is probably the best night of the three, because they are calling for rain Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know how they're going to get these games in, but they need to get them in because Cincinnati only comes to town once a year, and they can't make up these games. They got to get them in. So I don't know how they're going to play them. God bless anybody who goes out there to the stadium in the next 3 days. God bless you. But Phillies baseball coming up all week long. So nice to know for the next 6 months or so, we got Phillies baseball almost every night on TV. Huh? I can't wait. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys had a nice Easter. Eat some candy there. Look, strawberry bunny. I'll be chopping on this. And you guys have a great Monday. Take care. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. It never wants to let me go.